Hi, welcome to episode 2 of the Claude Finance Playbook series. In the last episode, we built a 13 weekly cash forecast model using Claude. Today, we are tackling something that every finance team dreads: actuals versus budget. I will show you how you can use Claude to do variance analysis in minutes. Let's get started on variance analysis using Claude. Alright, so as always, the first step is to bring all the data at one place. As you can see, I'm using my D drive. You might be using SharePoint, Google Drive, wherever the data is. You will bring everything in one folder. Here you can see in this folder, financial data, I have all the data that we would need to do a variance analysis. I have the three-statement model, I have the budget, I have the GL extract, I have the trial balance. I can quickly show you what is in these files. I have kept it quite simple. This is the P&L, this is the balance sheet, and this is the cash flow, the three-statement model. Here I have the budget. Usually this is how it is in real life as well. I have seen working with a lot of clients and companies that the budget is usually sitting separately in an Excel file if they're not using a tool. Here you can see the GL dump, you can call it. It has all the transaction debits and credits throughout January to May. This is important because this is how you will know why something moved up or down in your variance. This is the trial balance, a very simple trial balance for this period. And that's it. This is the first thing that you always do. You bring everything together in one place. One important thing I just want to tell you about before I move forward is usually budget and actuals are not aligned. And it's very, very difficult for finance professionals to do the variance. And you can use Claude to align it once and for all. And probably I'll do another video. However, if you're interested in more details and an in-depth guide with me directly, then there is a course and you can join the waiting list. The link is in the description. So let's move forward to the next step, which will be opening Claude and start the work. So here we are. This is Claude Cowork. A lot of people ask me that when do you use Claude Cowork and when do you use Claude Chat and when do you use Claude Code? And they all have their own uses, but in my experience, Claude Cowork is the best in things like variance analysis and FP&A related tasks, although I use Claude Chat and Claude Cowork in combination. So let's move forward. I have already created the prompt and already given the access to the data. And here's my prompt. I have already explained in one of the videos that how I write the prompts and what rules I follow, but just simply you define the role that you want Claude to play. You define your outputs that you're looking for. You tell Claude that do not, make any decisions on your own if you're unsure, and always ask questions. So this is the two things that I'm looking for. I'm looking for an Excel spreadsheet with the variance, and I'm looking for a Word file with a detailed commentary on it. So let's do this, and I will skip to the point where we have an output or a question from Claude to answer. So here we are. Claude is asking for some confirmations. The first question is, which budget should the variance compare actuals against? So this is a very real life situation. Sometimes you have more than one budget file saved in the folder, and because I have given access to all the files to Claude, so it is asking me for a confirmation. So I am telling Claude which file to use. So let's submit that. How should I handle the GL not tying to the management account? So what has happened here is that there was an older version of management accounts that I produced for another episode that I was doing, and now I have developed the story more and the data more, so it's not tying up. But it can happen in real. So I will say use the files in finance data folder that is the source of truth. So let's send that. And now I'm going to skip and show you the output once it's ready. So here we are. This is the final output. It probably took around 5 to 6 minutes to create this. And here is the Excel file, here's the Word file, and it's already saved in the folder that we have given access to. And let's have a look. So here is the variance. It is giving us the variance, favorable, unfavorable, line by line. We just provided a very useful prompt and it created this output. Now, an important point, as I always say, we always double check. This is our job. This is where we add value. Is it the final output that I should share with my client or with my manager? No. But have I saved probably 1 to 3 hours? Yes, I've certainly saved some hours here for me to develop this work on my own. This is the commentary. Again, this commentary, when you read, it will sound a lot like AI. And there are techniques that you can use that how it would sound like you. You can actually train Claude in writing in your own style. But most importantly, we have to validate these comments and make sure that they are correct and they're ready as an output. So there you have it. This is how you do variance analysis step by step. It's about gathering the right data, having everything in one place, writing a powerful prompt, and then checking the work. So it's almost like you have a junior, a very smart junior, who can take away the number crunching and financial modeling aspect from you and give you an output which you can take and basically add value on top of that. If you're interested in a much more detailed session with me directly, we have a waiting list. You can join that waiting list and we will reach out to you with more details of how that works. So thank you very much for watching. Follow me on LinkedIn and YouTube for more content like this, and I will see you in the next video. Bye.